Good morning, students of class 10. You are welcome back to the classes now. Let us continue our lesson in economics. We are doing money and credit, the title of the chapter, and we have come across this subtitle, terms of credit. So in our previous class we have learnt about various forms of credit. We can get the credit from banks and from the money lenders. So whoever takes the money from the bank, they will not fall into debt trap usually, and those who take the money or take the loan from the money lenders, naturally they will fall into debt traps. We have learnt already in class 9 also, and we have learnt the example also. A businessman who takes the loan from the bank, naturally he will prosper, he will increase his business because the rate of interest is not very high, and that too once in a year. But if you take the loan, suppose a poor farmer takes the loan from a money lender, naturally the rate of interest is also very high, and the interest every month, they take the interest for every month. So naturally the poor farmers, especially the small poor farmer, they fall into debt traps. Why they do not go to the bank? Because first of all, there are various reasons why they do not go to the bank. Maybe they are uneducated, maybe they are afraid, they don't know anything about the banks, they have no idea about the banks, they don't know how to fill up the forms. Secondly, they do not have any property to keep it as a guarantee, documents. Many of them do not have documents. That's why they do not go to the bank, to the formal sector, and they go to the informal sector, that is to the money lenders. And money lenders, they will charge them very high. The process is also very easy, but in the bank the process is quite lengthy, and they have to come again and again sometimes. So in this way, money lenders provide money to the small farmers because they do not have collaterals, they do not have anything to deposit as a guarantee. Moreover, it's very easy. So let's talk about terms of credit. Whether it is a bank or a money lender, the interest rate is there. There is an interest. So now each loan agreement, the agreement between the lender and the borrower, between the provider and the receiver, you can see each loan agreement specifies an interest rate. There is an interest rate. So from the money lender, the interest is very high. The bank, the interest is low, and that too once in a year. But the money lender, every month they will charge interest. So you can see that a lot of differences there. So each loan agreement specifies an interest rate which the borrower must pay. The borrower has to pay the interest to the lender, whoever is providing the money. Maybe the bank, maybe the money lender, they are providing the money, but the borrower must pay the interest. It may be banks, whoever is lending the money. It may be banks or money lender. They are the lenders. Along with the principal amount, they have to pay the interest rate along with the principal amount. So, in addition, not only the interest rate, in addition there must be something, a kind of guarantee. In addition to the lender may demand security or collateral, the documents of the property, collateral against the loan. I am paying you this, I am giving you the loan, but you must deposit your papers of your property, so that if you do not deposit, you might run away. So the banks or the money lender find it very difficult to collect the money now once the person runs away. So the lender requires, the lenders demand security for the loan. That is called collateral or security against the loan. That is documents of property may be land, vehicles, livestock, or money in the banks. So collateral is an asset. Asset means property. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns. The borrower has. Own means has. The borrower has land, house, vehicles, livestock, domestic animals. So such as land, house, vehicles, livestock, animals, or bank deposits, these are collaterals. So the paper has to be deposited to the lender and uses this as guarantee. It is a kind of guarantee that you are going to pay. If you do not pay, I will sell the house and take my loan back. So, and uses this as guarantee to the lender until the loan is repaid. If the loan is repaid with interest and principal amount, the documents will be returned. Otherwise, the banks or the money lender will sell the property and take their loan along with the interest, along with the principal amount and interest, and remaining money you will hand it over. Yes, this must remain, now you take it back. So this collateral is a security. It's a security to the lender, so that there is a guarantee that the borrower will pay definitely. If he doesn't pay, I will sell it. That's a guarantee. That's called collateral. If the borrower fails, suppose, that's what here it is mentioned, if the borrower fails to repay the loan on time, or maybe doesn't want to pay, or sometimes he runs away. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender means the money lender or the banks, the lender has the right to sell the property or assets or collateral to get the payment. To get the payment, you will sell the property and you will get it. So now the interest rate, the lender will charge interest rate, we have learned. Interest rate, collateral requirement or the assets or the property, documents of the property, collateral requirement, mode of repayment. It is different between the bank and the money lender. Just now I have said in the bank you have to pay the interest rate once in a year, per annum, per year, yearly. But if you take the money from the money lender, he will charge you every month. That's too high, isn't it? So that is a mode of repayment, how you will pay, in which terms and conditions you have taken the money. The mode of repayment together is known as terms of credit. Terms in Hindi we call SAR. So terms of credit. So terms of credit may vary, it may vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower. If the money lender is kind, if he is very a kind man, he will charge very little interest and he will give some extra time to the borrower, isn't it? It depends on the nature of the lender and the borrower. The terms of credit, it depends, it varies, it is not same everywhere. It depends on the person who is taking the money and who is giving the money. So it depends. Terms of credit may vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower. The nature means for how many years, for how many months you are taking the loan, for how many years you are taking the loan, and they decide about the interest rate and the time. Time and interest is very important here. So the nature of the credit, terms of credit depends on the person who is taking the money or who is lending the money. So that's all for today. In our next class, we'll talk about formal sector. Formal sector, you know, we are talking about banks. Banks are formal sector, and informal money lenders. So in our next class, formal sector credit in India. How banks provide loan, what interest rates they charge, and what are the terms and conditions the banks will put in front of the borrower. Not only that, the people in our country, how many percentage of people take money from the banks as loan? Most of the people, they go towards money lender. Why? It is very easy. You do not require a lot of documents, you do not require a lot of process, isn't it? So it's very easy. So most of the money lenders, they move from house to house, or they are popular people. So most of the people, they know that he is a money lender, he will definitely provide the money. So there is not much process. So most of the, especially the poor farmers, they go to the money lenders. They are afraid to go to the banks. They don't know anyone in the banks. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to write. And secondly, they do not have any kind of collaterals, property, documents. They do not have much documents or property. So in this way, they do not want to go practically. And the banks provide money to the businessmen. Those who are rich, those who want to do more business, they get the money from the bank. And they naturally prosper. They do not fall into debt trap, as I have told you before. So most of the small farmers, uneducated persons, they fall into debt traps by taking money from the money lenders. So this was for today. In our next class, we'll talk about formal sector credit in India. In India, formal sector credit, what role it plays to improve the economy of the rural areas or the urban areas. So as just now I've told you a little bit, most of the rich and big farmers, they go to the bank. They do not go to the money lenders. The small farmers and poor farmers, they go to the money lenders, and that's the thing that has to be changed. So now we'll talk about that in our next class. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue about this. Now, formal sector, bank credit in India. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video.